Hey, my friends, saints and ain'ts, friends, family. How are you today? Happy Thursday. It is May 11th, one of my niece's birthdays. And for the rest of you that have birthdays today, happy birthday. It's Radiant Wrap. Time for us to wrap radiantly. Radiant it's for the things that I believe we need to do to be healthy and whole. Rest is on the top of the list and very underrated. Activity awareness is being aware of what the heck we're doing. Diet, introspection, our prayer, our meditation is in that. Agua, making sure we hydrate, note taking, our journaling, and training, the physical fitness of our mind and body. All of those things I think are things that we need to be healthy and whole. And it is, among other things this month, one is arthritis awareness. So I thought we'd talk about that. But let me first say happy Mother's Day to all the moms, my mom included. We had so much fun with mommy last week. So happy Mother's Day to you, Mom, and all of the mamas that have supported me in my journey. Is so many who have stepped in to be mom at one point or another in my life, and I've given permission to them to keep it real and let me know, put me in check when I need to be put in check. So happy Mother's Day to all of them. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mamas who have been there for my kids when I wasn't there, or the moms that were in the school all the time when they were little. I mean, I wasn't there all the time. With some of those moms in my kids' elementary school, oh my gosh, they were always there. And so for all the mamas, the village of mamas, happy Mother's Day to all of you. And all of you mothers out there, just appreciate you. Aunties, the ones that stepped in as moms, and the godmoms, all the teacher moms, all of the mamas. Happy Mother's Day. I also want to give condolences to a lot of my friends. Oh my gosh, I've had a lot of friends or people that I grew up with that I know of, especially in Lawnside in Jersey in the last couple of months. We've lost a lot of younger, my age, a little bit older, a little bit younger people. So my condolences to the family and friends. I want to give a shout out to the church that raised me, Mount Olive Baptist Church. I'll do a more formal thank you for them, of course. But oh my gosh, they found out, asked me about my mission trip that I'm doing, this medical mission trip that I'm going on next month. And they wanted to help in that mission trip. And they gave a lot of money, paid over half my trip to Africa next month. So so appreciative that they have always loved me, always supported me. And I'm blown away, although I shouldn't be, because that's just who they are. And I just so appreciate that support. It's amazing. And then right before I came on today, I like to comment on, when people comment on these lives or anything I post, reels, I like to comment back. So I looked at this reel that I put up last week, and people are hot. I mean, hot. People are so upset at this reel that I posted, y'all. I mean, I'm getting called names and I'm considered ungrateful. So I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of the people that responded to this reel. So, okay, perhaps, I mean, some of the comments, even like my mom and my aunt were like, hey, you do you, but we different, which is cool. I get it. But it was a touchy subject. I tried to do it in humor, but maybe it just came across wrong. Okay. I was at a hotel. I recorded the free breakfast. Now, the point of the video, hey, mommy, oh my gosh, mommy, you should see these comments on this video. People are hot, man, hot, mommy. Uh, so I recorded, so what mom knows what I'm talking about because she said something on the video too. This really nice spread, actually. It was a really nice spread of food. Oh, yes, mom. And so I was going through the recording and speaking of how unhealthy some of the options was. And I said in the video, eat what you want, enjoy it, but I'm just telling you it's not healthy. And then because I'm plant-based, I was also sharing some things that I can't eat. Right? I choose not to eat. I choose not to eat. I'm plant-based because I choose not to eat those things. So the whole point was to inform, to educate on things that we think are healthy, because some of these things we really believe are healthy and are not. But it rubbed people the wrong way. And let me say this. So for those who felt like I was being ungrateful, God knows I'm really grateful. Like I practice gratitude. I'm grateful for everything. Maybe except I'm not grateful for possums and yeah, there's a couple of things that I'm not so grateful for, but for real, I'm so grateful. But I do like to inform and educate. And so if there are people that are hungry, that don't have food, right, to eat, we need to feed them. But in a perfect world, we would still be feeding them and educating them with healthy food. I'm just saying. Okay, so sorry for all the people that were offended. I mean, I was called Snowflake, Hotel Karen. Oh my gosh. All right. I know people get really sensitive about their foods. It's like drug of choice. And so sorry, not sorry, because I do believe that I am supposed to share the truth. The truth. And some of the things that we are eating, and I'm not even talking, I was telling a couple of people, they were respectful or whatever. So I was just sharing with them. I don't even my clients, I don't encourage people to be plant-based. That is not even my point. There are vegans and plant-based people that encourage that, and there is a platform for that, and I think a reason for that. But I am not even trying to get people to that point. Right? I just want people to eat more fruits and vegetables. And it doesn't matter what I want. My job is to share, and then you make your own choices. It's hard for me. It's hard for me seeing one more friend go on dialysis, one more friend, die because of obesity. And, so it is somewhat personal for me, because I believe that we can do better. But as long as I'm doing my part, my job, then, I think I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So I prayed about it. I even prayed before I came on and said something about it. But that isn't what we were talking about. But it actually does lead into a little bit of what we're talking about today, which is, mommy, I know I'm great. Mommy, you don't have to take up for me, mom. I know, mom, mommy knows. Mommy eats what she wants. Mommy eats what she wants. Sometimes I'll make comments on her food, and then she goes on and she makes her own choices. And I'm so proud of her because she's doing so much better with her choices. But you don't have to take up for me, mommy. It's all good. Everybody knows you love me. Um, so as far as this month being Arthritis Awareness, I did an article on it, and I'll share that at some point this month. But I wanted to go over a couple things in there. Now, interestingly enough, it's Arthritis Awareness Month. It's also Older Americans Month. It's Blood Pressure Education Month, Stroke Awareness Month, Physical Fitness and Sports Awareness, and it's Women's Health Awareness. And all of them in some ways tie into joint health and arthritis, which has a lot to do with inflammation. And as we age, the chances of us getting arthritis increases. So roughly a third, one out of every 4 adults, not even older adults, but one out of 4 adults have some form of arthritis. Okay. So it being Older Americans Month, awareness, as we age, we're, become more at risk of things like hypertension, complications that lead to stroke, So being healthy is really important. Now, the arthritis is the swelling and the discomfort in our joints. Mostly we experience it in our hands, swelling in our feet, our necks, our spine, our hips. And it worsens with age, It can't be prevented. It cannot be prevented, but it can often be managed, and the progression of it can often be slowed down. So that's what I want to just spend a little bit of time talking about. Now, there's different types of arthritis. There is an autoimmune arthritis. That's that rheumatoid arthritis, and it is debilitating. Rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune, and that anytime it's an autoimmune, your own system, your own immunity attacks your body. And in this case, it attacks not only your joints, it attacks your joints or the tissues in the joints, but also other organs in your body. It's horrible. And you can see, over time, you can have deformities because of it. It's just horrible. That rheumatoid arthritis, compared to all arthritis, is a small percentage of people who have arthritis. Okay. Gout, this is all inflammation too, by the way. Gout, infections, and other underlying diseases like lupus and psoriasis, they can all cause arthritis as well. Now, the most common form of arthritis is the osteoarthritis. And women's health, that's where it touches on women's health, because it's a greater percentage of women who get the osteoarthritis than men. More women get it than men. And what it occurs when that smooth cartilage around the joints wear down, or in between the joints wears down. And it's very painful. Like my mom, she has it in her knees. It's really painful. So as that cartilage wears down, then you start having, bone on bone. And so it can aggravate the bone. It can chip the bones, so you can have bone spurs. It's very, very painful, causes even more inflammation, and over time limits your range of motion. It can damage the bones and the ligaments, okay? So lifestyle changes can help slow down the progression of it. Okay, lifestyle changes, we can't prevent it, right? Lifestyle changes can slow down the progression, and if you don't have it, keep it at bay longer, quite often. And one of the ways is by managing our weight. Okay, when we manage our weight, we put less stress on our bones, our muscles, and our joints. So one of the reasons it can't be helped is because like if you have a job that has repetitive motion in it, you're doing the same thing day after day, you're on some conveyor belt doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. That repetitive movement just that overuse of the joints can cause arthritis. Or it can just weaken muscles from the overuse or cause injuries. The way that we can counter that is doing other stretches and exercises. So we're not just doing that movement. We have to do movements that counterbalance those movements that we're doing all the time. And so I don't want you to feel like, okay, well, I'm here now where I am and it's too late, because it's not. You can always improve. I have people that take my classes, and they're offered online, by the way, who are in their 60s, their 70s, their 80s, and tell me about improvements in their balance, in their overall health, and how they feel because they're doing these different exercises. So in general, you want to do about 150 minutes of exercise per week if it's moderate to intense. Moderate to intense, it's walking, moving. And guess what? 150 minutes per week comes out to 20 minutes a day. 20 a day. So whatever combination, and this is, I would say more. This is just what, the CDC says, right? I would say a little bit more, but they're saying minimally, just try that. Or if it's more intense, high intensity exercise, then 75 minutes a day. And that is equivalent to about 10 minutes a day. And that's riding a bike. I mean, really fast, like 10 miles per hour, like would be an example of vigorous intensity exercise, right? 75 minutes a week. That's what they say. Can help to slow down arthritis. Also, though, 2 days of weight training and some type of balance exercise. So stretching, your weight training, and exercise, balance exercise can go into that. All right. So movement, exercise, and what else is going to help you manage weight is the nutrition. So that's why it's important for us to know, even if we love these foods and we want to eat these foods, to know that we shouldn't eat just these foods. I know people that have a constant diet of white and brown food. If it's not white, if it's not brown, they don't want to eat it. They don't like it. No color to their plate. And so even for those of us who are feeding other people, we need whole grains, unless you're allergic, right, to whole grains. We want whole grains, but we also want to have fruits and vegetables in our diets, okay, to be healthy. And it's not fair if we're helping to feed America and we're only feeding them unhealthy and we're only teaching them unhealthy. It bothers me that, in the inner city there's only McDonald's, and they're not learning how to we're not teaching people how to cultivate, vegetables, and there's no grocery stores, and it's hard to get access to things like that. So I love initiatives where um, chefs, restaurants, schools. One of the schools in the city that I've been volunteering at, the middle school, they have the greenery in the schools. They have a couple of those ecosystems in the school, and they have vegetables and things in there. So it's important that we do teach our children. But how are we going to teach them if we're not setting the example? Right? All right. So that's it for today. Yes, and drink water, right, Mommy? Thank you for reminding us that yes, we need to drink water. We need magnesium, potassium. We need um, other, healthy elements. And if you want help in joint health, and you want to continue the conversation even privately, then reach out to me because, I believe that I would be able to help you. Hey, Patricia, how are you? All right, my friends, I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. You do have greatness inside of you, and I believe in you. Bye for now.